My name is Devin Hamner, and today I'm an enterprise sales manager at Samsara, leading one of our teams on the West Coast. So I first ended up working with Justin in 2015. I feel very lucky because he joined the company I was at, which was Base CRM. He had joined as a mid-market account executive, and something to me that still stands out to this day. It was Justin's first day on the job. One, he came into the office looking very professional. He may have actually wore a suit, and he spoke in a very professional way. Number two, he sat down at his desk and he easily made over 100 calls that day. While that might sound normal to some now, for me back in 2015, I hadn't seen that level of work ethic. I'd only been in sales for roughly a year. And to see someone on their first day come in and really get after it on day one really stood out. And it's something I won't forget. So seeing that, I was immediately curious to get a better understanding of who he was, pick his brain, see what I could learn from him. And fortunately, he really kind of took over as a mentor for me early on in my career, and I was able to work closely with him for around 2 years. In my career before working with Justin, I was a small business account executive. From a sales skill standpoint, I was still very, very junior and raw. I had not really had any sort of sales coaching. And a lot of what I had learned was just through experience, shadowing my peers, shadowing AEs above me that had been at the company longer, and just general learnings from LinkedIn and other sources. So ultimately, I was super raw. I knew where I wanted to go in my career, but I didn't know how to get there. And so one of the things I'm really thankful for Justin is he helped early on really show me what are the priorities to focus on as salespeople that carry over throughout any role, any job, any promotion that I can nail. So I'll always be thankful for that. Working with him closely early on in my career, when we first started working closely, we would do a lot of cold calling, dissection, a lot of re-listening to demos, listening to proposal calls. And he spent hours with me working on deliveries, feedback, and a lot of role play. And so one of the things I really appreciated in doing that with him was he was somebody that was also carrying a bag, has his own quota, but he was dedicating all of this time to me to make sure that I was a better salesperson. And so for me, it was a privilege. I felt super lucky. One of my lines to Justin always was, hey, don't give me the nice version, tear me apart. And Justin was always willing to do that because I wanted to get as good as quickly as possible. His methodology, his way of going about it allowed me to kind of free myself up, focus only on my controllables, and really make a bigger impact in my career faster than I had ever expected. So my results after working with Justin, number one, I felt a lot more confident in how I approach my day as a salesperson in my career looking forward into the future. And number two, he really helped change my way of thinking about sales. I went from worrying about my number and really not having a clear understanding of how to get there to really focus on my controllables. What specific KPIs can I control? And it's all about my work ethic that'll help impact that number. So it empowered me as a salesperson. And then the results, we were at Base CRM at the time. I was able to be pretty quickly promoted from emerging small business through small business to mid-market. And then even more exciting for me in my career was I went to a company called Samsara in 2017. It's a mid-market AE. I tried to have the same first day that I saw Justin have, which was show up, make over 100 dials the first day, and really never stop that high output. And it allowed me to have a super successful career early on at Samsara. I was promoted into enterprise. I'm now an enterprise sales leader at Samsara. So the results have spoken for themselves. And a lot of that for me and my foundation is due in thanks to the work I did with Justin early in my career. Whether you're account executive, tenured rep, sales leader, Justin offers a lot of tools and a fresh way of thinking about sales and your career that I think are universally valuable, whatever role you're in.